So here is your first look at a retail and fake pair of the Nike Dunk Low in the Community Garden colorway. Can you tell any differences between these two? Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we are doing a comparison between two pairs of shoes, and as you can see by the thumbnail and the title of this video, it is the Nike Dunk Low in the Community Garden colorway. So firstly, this retail pair here on my left side was provided to me by Brad Hobbs. His Instagram handle will be linked below, but a big shout out to him for providing me because I actually missed out on this release. So we'll just do a breakdown and comparison of some of the differences and what to look for if you are trying to buy a retail pair. So the first thing to note straight away is actually the size of the box. So as you can see, if I hold them up side by side, you can see that the retail box is bigger than that of the fake one. These are both the same sizes, so you should expect the boxes to be the same size. Also, the box that the fake ones come in has a slight bit of damage, but obviously that's because they have been shipped and the retail pair has been kept in pristine condition. In terms of color and everything else, positioning of the Nike logo, it's pretty much standard all the way across. There isn't too much difference. I would say maybe the fake box is slightly darker, but it's pretty hard to tell unless you're in studio lighting. In terms of the label, and I'll give you a close-up of this, the labels are slightly different as you can see. So on the retail one, you can see the label is slightly larger, and obviously there is pen marks on the fake label as well, so it's come straight from the factory. But in terms of text sizing, you can see on the fake one, once again, the text of the Nike Dunk Low SP is a thicker and a larger font than that on the retail pair. But that's pretty much it for the boxes. They're pretty much standard Nike boxes. So we'll open it up and take a look at the shoes themselves. So we'll open up the retail pair first. Obviously it comes with that classic paper. Open that up. And then here is the fake one, which comes with different paper, so it is a difference in paper straight away. Looks like it's come with the kind of Travis looking paper. Not sure if this ever occurred on the retail pair, because the retail pair here came with the standard paper. So here is your first look at a retail and fake pair of the Nike Dunk Low in the Community Garden colorway. Can you tell any differences between these two? So now that I've moved the boxes to the side, here is both pairs in hand. And straight away, they don't look like they've done too bad a job of these. The retail one is in this hand here and has been laced, obviously because Brad has decided to wear these, but obviously the fake one is dead stock, so do take that into consideration when I am doing some of the comparisons. So for this comparison, we're going to take a look at the right shoe first. So if we look around the toe box area, and I'll give you a close-up of this, you can see that the green pattern along the toe is slightly different on both pairs. So on the fake one, you can see it's slightly lighter than that of the retail one. Also, the stitching across the top, you can see that on the fake one it is a dark green, whereas on the retail one it is a light green. So there is a clear difference there. And if you turn this bit around to the side, you can see that the pattern shows up way darker on the fake pair than it does on the retail one. So it blends a little more in with the dark green material. If we look at the laces down the front, they are the correct color. There is no difference here. They've done a really good job of these. However, if you look at the actual feel or look of the laces, you can see that on the fake one they look a little bit more waxed than they do on the retail one. This may be because they have been worn, but still there's a clear difference to see. If we take a close look at the stitching going down the lace holes, we can see that there is once again a color difference here. So the actual material where the lace holes are is slightly lighter on the fake one than it is on the retail one. And also if you look at the stitching, it's more of a mustard color on the retail one and then more of a yellow, light yellow, same color as the swoosh on the fake one. When looking at the outside, just underneath the swoosh, this part of the pattern here, There isn't much difference in colour at all. They've got this pretty much spot on. And in terms of the pattern difference, I know it does vary depending on the shoe and the size. So the pattern does vary beneath, so you can't really compare this part because it does vary between each shoe. Taking a look at the side angle, you take a look at the swoosh and you can actually see there are differences in shape as well. On the fake one, the swoosh curves back a little bit too much compared to the retail one. However, this is a minor difference and you would not be able to tell unless you had a retail pair in hand. The stitching going across the top, if you take a close look at this, you can see on the fake one it is a light yellow stitching going across it, and it is much more widely spread stitches, whereas on the retail one you can see it's stitched way closer together and it is a darker stitching used instead. If we spin the shoe around to the back and take a look at the stitching just below the Nike embroidery, you can see that the blue stitching in 3 lines going across the heel is a different colour compared to that of a retail one. So on the retail one, the stitching used is a much darker blue than it is used on a fake one. The fake one uses a much lighter stitching, so there is a clear difference here. Also, if we take a look at the Nike embroidery symbol, we can see that on the retail pair, it's a much thicker embroidery and there is a bigger gap between the K and the E compared to that of the fake. Looking at the tongue of the shoe and the Nike swoosh logo going across the label, you can see that it is positioned differently from retail to fake one. So on the retail one, you can see that the Nike swoosh logo is placed lower down the label where the swoosh almost touches the bottom of the label. On the fake one, you can see there is a bigger gap between the swoosh and the bottom of the label, so that is a difference to note as well. Another clear difference between both pairs is on the fake one, it has come with an inner shoe tree, I think it's called, and on the retail one it has come with paper stuffed inside. Don't quote me on that because Brad could have switched it up, but that is a difference to note straight away. I can't really compare the bottom of the shoes because Brad has worn them, so they are used and I can't really see any difference between them. In terms of colour, this one's just dirty and this one is dead stock, so there is no difference there. So this will pretty much round up this review and comparison. In my opinion, they don't look too bad. There are obviously some differences in colours of stitching going around the shoe and obviously pattern colour differences as well. Will you be able to tell the difference? That's hard to say. It depends how closely you look at the shoe. So in terms of stitching, no chance. You are never going to be able to tell if you're just walking around in these. In terms of the actual material used, there is slight colour differences, but it could just be showing up in studio lighting, but it is quite clear to see. So it might fool some of you, but if you know how to legit check these, you should be okay if you are trying to buy a retail pair. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a great day. Please subscribe, it does help the channel grow. Thank you very much for watching.